first, we want to turn to some breaking news out of Michigan tonight. Newly released video of a chaotic traffic stop, foot chase, and then struggle, all unfolding in someone's front yard. And then it ends with a police officer shooting and killing a black man who is pinned face down on the ground. It is already getting a lot of attention at this hour as the focus of a large state investigation as well. Here is what we know right now. This happened a little over a week ago, April 4th. It was a Monday in Grand Rapids. 26-year-old Patrick Lyoya was pulled over for driving with a license plate that did not belong to the vehicle he was in. Almost instantly, he does not cooperate. Things begin to intensify. He tries to run and then struggles with the officer for about 90 seconds. What you're seeing right now is video from the officer's body camera. Let's take another look. All right, you can see they are fighting at that point over a taser. That's according to police, and you can also hear the indications of that as well. But it is the split second at the very end of this video that we are about to show you. This is the moment the officer is kneeling on Lyoya's back, and you see a gun, and then you hear a single shot. This video was filmed, by the way, from a passenger who was inside that car when the officer pulled Lyoya over. We do want to warn you, it is difficult to watch and also listen to.
To see the fatal gunshot in 10 seconds.
Drop taser!
And right there is the gunshot that was, again, fatal. Police tonight are not identifying the officer, but they say he is a 7-year veteran of the force on paid leave during the investigation. This case is now in the hands of prosecutors who will have to decide whether or not he faces any charges or if this was, in fact, a use of deadly force. Meantime, there are protests tonight in Grand Rapids calling for justice for Lyoya, a father with 2 young daughters who arrived in the U.S. as a refugee. There were several different views of what happened, from police body cam to also people who were in that area filming what happened outside their homes, and also the passenger in that car. So police today releasing several different angles. NewsNation's Whitney Burney is live outside Grand Rapids City Hall for us tonight with the very latest on the investigation. Whitney, I'm curious, this happened last Monday, as we said. Here we are more than a week later. Did we have any idea what exactly happened last Monday night? Because as I understand it, businesses were already boarding up in anticipation of the release of this video to the public late this afternoon.
And you know what? That's really what it has been, is anticipation. We really didn't know the extent of what happened last week, Monday morning. All we knew is that there was an officer-involved shooting that morning around 8 a.m. There wasn't a lot of information about what led up to it. Police were telling us that there was some sort of lengthy fight, but it wasn't until today that we learned exactly how long lengthy meant and what actually happened leading up to that one fatal shot being fired. We had pretty basic information, and other than that, there were a lot of rumors that were swirling around town. A lot of that has been cleared up with the release of the videos this afternoon, but again, it was mostly anticipation of people expecting the worst to come out this afternoon and not really knowing exactly what of the rumors were true and what was false.
And as I mentioned, there are multiple videos that now prosecutors will be reviewing and investigating to determine if any charges will be filed. Also, an outside agency, which is standard protocol, will investigate what happened. Whitney, how is the community reacting? We mentioned a moment ago that there are protests, planned demonstrations. What is happening in Grand Rapids and the surrounding community tonight as a result of what is taking place?
Well, up until today, it was a lot of calls for transparency, a lot of people hitting the streets asking for police to release that video and to show what happened in that police-involved shooting. In this afternoon, there have been protests already, people downtown here in Grand Rapids calling for Grand Rapids to bring charges against that officer. We don't know if that will be the case, but people are calling for that. Additionally, they're asking why it took so long for the video to come out. So there has been a lot of emotions running high here in the city of Grand Rapids, but the protests have been peaceful up until this point. There's been a pretty good turnout at these protests as well. The one last night, there were over 100 people, and this afternoon, I believe there's more than 200 people at this protest. Lots of people just airing their grievances and letting the police department know how they feel about how this process has gone and the loss of life in general.
And we're seeing that on the screen tonight. Whitney, before I let you go, what more can you share about the traffic stop in question, what led up to it, and also what we're learning about Patrick, the man who was killed?
You know, we haven't learned that much about Patrick Lyoya. As you mentioned there, he does have 2 children. We have learned that, and is a refugee here to the United States, coming here just 7 years ago. But the other information on him has been pretty limited. What we do know about the investigation now is that it's still in the hands of Michigan State Police. They're still working to question that officer and find out exactly what led up to this, what he was thinking when this was happening at the time, and if there will be charges filed. At this point, we haven't learned if there's any indication that that will be the case. The officer is still a part of the police department here, and he's currently on paid leave. So we're still in a game of wait and see what happens.
All right. Well, Whitney Burney, live for us in Grand Rapids tonight. Of course, this video coming out late this afternoon. This is setting up to be yet again a potentially long and lengthy process, the investigation one and what follows. We'll continue to follow this here on NewsNation. Whitney, we appreciate you and your team helping us out tonight. Thank you so much. And as we learn more about this shooting, this deadly shooting involving Patrick Lyoya in Grand Rapids, Michigan, we'll pass that along to you. We'll also have that video on our website, newsnationnow.com. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.